loves. It's me and Miss Pumpkin. She's sleepy. She just wants right now. She just wants to lay in my lap because she hasn't been in my lap all day. But I'm finally doing another video. This one we are going to discuss because I finally sat down and watched it. Kandi's ski trip. Lord have mercy. It should be called Kandi and her band of disgruntled family members, or Kandi and her band of disgruntled, ungrateful, spoiled, rotten family members. Oh my God, that was like the worst vacation ever so far that I've seen. And I think Dr. Jeff should have been part of the experience, quite frankly, because obviously there's a lot of issues going on. But first we open up with, everyone getting ready and geared up. Todd and Kandi go shopping with the girls, Kayla and Riley, to get ski gear. And of course, Mr. Thrifty, Todd Tucker, is like, didn't Riley just get ski gear like last year? Boo, have you seen Riley? Because just in the past year, and she has really grown. And I think she's taller than Kandi. But either way, Todd, just go on, pay a little money, let them have it, and let's just go on and let that be that. So they get through that, and then Carmen and what's his name, Don Juan, they gearing up. The aunts and Mama Joyce, the cutest thing they said was, let those that's gonna make the grits pack the grits. I thought that was cute, but that's about as cute as they got throughout the rest of this episode. Mama Joyce up there trying to conspire about how she gonna hit Todd upside his big old head with a snowball with a rock in it. Telling, I'm just kidding, I wouldn't do that to Todd. Girl, open your mouth. Get some new Fix-It or something, because, oh my God. And then the Aunt Bertha was like, whoever is just fair game for snowball fights. Yeah, right. You turned out to be a party pooper in the end. So, anyway, let's see what else happens in all of this setting up. Kandi putting the bonnet on her head that came up during that therapy session with Dr. Sherry. I didn't think it was all that bad because, quite frankly, I go to bed every night with a leopard print one on my head. But then again, I'm not married and have a husband. But either way, black men, get over it. We like to protect our hair, so we keep our hair looking good. Although with Kandi, at her level, I'm always like, girl, you could probably have somebody come in every day and do your hair. But whatever. So, they're discussing what's going to happen, arranging of the rooms and all of that. And, there's a question about, Carmen and Mama Joyce. Because the last time we saw Carmen and Mama Joyce interact, we saw Mama Joyce jump Judy and try to jump on Carmen, accusing her, because the streets were talking, as she likes to say, about, the fact that Carmen is messing around with Kandi's man. Girl, bye. And so anyway, we don't know how that's going to be. This is going to be more awkward moments because it's like 14, 15, 20 people. Kandi is not fully paying for this trip. She won it for something, or was given to it by the Grammys or whatever for presenting an award or something. I don't know. But either way, she thought it would be a good idea to take all her family skiing. And needless to say, when they get to Steamboat Springs or whatever it is, Colorado, to the Bella Vista ski resort, it just turns into a complete nightmare from hell. It was like Cabin in the Woods, cabin fever. You almost were waiting for Jack Nicholson to pop out like in The Shining, be like, here's Johnny. Because these people turned straight crazy. So all the mayhem and chaos started. Well, let me back up. First of all, there was a heartfelt moment during this. Mama Joyce has apologized and told Todd that she was going to be the best mother-in-law, because since the wrapping up the taping of Real Housewives of Atlanta and going into Kandi's ski trip, Todd's mother unfortunately passed away. She had a massive stroke and died. And, you know, Mama Joyce didn't have very nice things to say about Miss Sharon, and Miss Sharon still wasn't too keen about that at the time that she died. But at least, you know, she did Mama Joyce seems to have made her peace. Although when we see the previews for the next show, which I assume is next week because it didn't come on this week, they kept running that repeat. But I guess Todd must say something to her. She said, "Oh no, you don't woke a sleeping tiger," or something. Child, I don't know, because half time she talking through her teeth. Her and her sisters, they all talk like that. They must have gotten smacked in the mouth a lot when they were kids or something. Or, you know, because they always had to talk like that, and it just became a habit, and now their jaws are locked like that. I don't know. Let me not talk about Kandi's mama, because see, I really love Kandi, but I just need Kandi to put on her grown women chonies, her panties, and just get to checking folk and letting them know, I love you, you my family, I respect you, because they were so disrespectful. So disrespectful. If there was a mazel of the night, it would have been Ungrateful. So they all pile into this bus to get to the Atlanta airport. Everybody got all this daggone luggage and ski gear and all of this. Riley and Kayla in charge of the turn-up cam. I'm like, okay. So Riley, you know, she just like, whatever, you know, this child, Lord, I mean, Riley just like, girl, whatever, find out, you know, Kayla and I will be in charge of the turn-up cam, and, you know, anyway, Todd has an assistant. It's a young white man named Matthew, who is very sweet and actually has his stuff together, which is more than what many of us can say for Carmen and Don Juan. And I think the problem with that is that those are Kandi's friends, and who Todd hired was probably someone just off the street or based off of a recommendation who came highly recommended. So when we get to the airport, you know, he's coordinated the travel. Unbeknownst to everyone else, it's going to take like 2 hours to get from the airport to the ski resort, 2.5 hours. Todd's family is very small, so instead of Matthew ordering multiple Tahoes and Suburbans to transport everybody, Todd's family gets a Tahoe, and Kandi's family, because it's so many of them, they all get a ride in one of those big super shuttles, like, you know, for the hotel, from the hotel. And the bickering ensued. Bertha and Aunt Nora and Weenie, and I mean, yeah, I had to be on that bus for 2.5 hours. Oh my God, I'm old. And Aunt Bertha didn't want to eat. Matthew, who tells us when we meet him that he has an assistance pack with everything that Todd would need or anyone else, band-aids, anything you can think of. And that's what assistants do. They're at the beck and call of the people that they're working with and assisting. You are an assistant, you help me. Like, if I had an assistant, I honestly would expect from my assistant to have like some walnuts or Kind bars for me, because I love to snack on that. Or, you know, knowing that from time to time I get headaches and migraines, you should have Excedrin migraine on deck. I mean, these are just certain things assistants should do. I mean, you should have, you know, the proper water. I like lemon, cucumber, mint, and even a bit of ginger in my water that I make. Which, by the way, my friend for Fun Fit LA sells these drink up bottles, and right now I am sipping on cucumber, mint, and lemon water right now. So go check out Fun Fit LA. She's on Facebook. Even has like a wonderful schedule for those of you who don't like to drink water. So just thought I would shamelessly plug that in there, because that's my girl and I'm all about helping and supporting others. So anyway, Bertha don't want no foot rub. She don't want nothing. She just like, leave me alone. At one point, she was outside smoking on the cancer stick. It just was a suit. And oh my God, when they got to the rooms, that was the worst part of the trip, is when they got to the rooms and people were like, everybody was happy until Weenie, who Kandi at the time before they even left Atlanta said, it's great that my cousin Weenie is coming because she is a peacemaker. No, y'all, throughout the entire time that we have seen her so far, she's been, and excuse my language, a shit stirrer. Okay, like she stirred up more shit than the damn people down at the city who have to deal with it every day. Okay, it was like toxic waste. So they get back there, they complain about the rooms. First of all, not everybody's room is fabulous anyway. I mean, y'all not even supposed to be, y'all supposed to sleep, get up, eat, go hit the slopes. That's what y'all supposed to be doing. So meanwhile, y'all up here complain time. I didn't even ask to come on this trip, and I could have stayed my ass home. Well, she asked you if you wanted to come on the trip, and you go knowing that it's a ski resort. You knew you was 73, 75 years old. And then what really tripped me out for the night was when Unknown was like, she up in her house, she goes back there in the dun. And you know, they talk so bad until they have to use subtitles. She was trying to say dungeon, but she said dun. I'm like, oh Lord Jesus. And then so that was a big deal. One of the more disappointing things that I saw that could have been a teaching moment for Riley, it seems like Riley kind of runs Kayla. So Kayla kind of just goes with the flow, even though Kayla is the oldest. I think just to keep the peace, she kind of just goes. So with all the bickering and complaining that ensued, that's when Kandi was like, okay, Riley and Kayla, y'all switch rooms with Nora and Bertha. And basically, Riley was like, no, I want to stay here. So Kandi was like, I don't know what the problem is, because, you know, when I tell you to move, you should move. I'm like, basically, that's what, pair it up. Just be like, look, you change your rooms, no ifs and buts about it, and be done. And then when they go to collect the things, one of my followers on Twitter was like, what I don't understand is why these kids were not asked to help assist the older ones in, taking their luggage and packing it up and stuff, because ultimately Carmen and Don Juan ended up giving up their rooms. But even then there was complaints, some about 10, 12 steps, some. One of Todd's relatives had a disability or mobility issue, and they, but you didn't say any of this, you know. And Mama Joyce, even I almost fell out the seat when Mama Joyce said both of weeks. She told me, it's a free tip. I just thought everybody should be grateful. And I was thinking too, if you didn't want to go, don't go. And then, you know, they get to their room, the dungeon, and, you know, that's when they light in the Kandi to my, you don't ever come around no more. You done missed 4 birthdays. Kandi is like really 4 birthdays. I'm like, she only been married a year. Ever since you got married, you don't come around. First of all, number one, that is one of the things y'all need to realize. Kandi got married. And if any of you know anything about the Bible, oh my God, when a man and woman come together, they leave their mother and father and cleave to one another. Hello, that's just, you know, I mean, I understand being a close-knit family, but Todd, y'all didn't even, y'all couldn't make up your mind if you wanted to go with Kandi or you wanted to go with your sister. Mama Joyce don't like Todd because she thought Todd was after Candy's money. I mean, even Miss Pumpkin had to sneeze on that. And, you know, it's just like, you people are crazy, Weenie and all that. Talking about you used to come over and eat dinner with me. Well, can Todd come and eat dinner? Can Todd come? Because Todd doesn't feel welcome. He said the family crazy. I believe it. Quite frankly, Kandi has bent over backwards for you people. And I think that Kandi needs to take another year off from all of you. You know, I mean, you know, I don't know. It was just very frustrating to watch. And it was just a hot ass mess. And if I was Kandi, I would have been like, fuck it, I'm having a good time. And we just gonna let the bitter Bettys just be. You know. We get down, Pookie Poo. Okay. Miss Pumpkin says she gotta go, honey. Now she's standing here looking at me. But I mean, it's just one of those things. We should all learn to be grateful. Let me see if there's anything else I missed. I know there were a couple of things that they said that I thought was just hilarious. The whole intervention thing. Oh, don't ever send Matthew to go grocery shopping on his own. He's not good at that part. But then again, he's usually only servicing 1 or 2 people, not a massive quantity of people. I think another funny part was when Aunt Bertha actually like pulled out her taser, since they were back in the dungeon and were afraid for their lives because there ain't no damn locks on the door. I ain't gonna lie, I wouldn't be all that comfortable with no locks on the door. But then again, I grew up in backwoods Mississippi for a time, and we didn't have no locks on the daggone door, and nobody ever bothered us. And my Aunt Betty lived to the rightful old age of 93, and nobody bothered her. So I'm just saying. What else? I think that was all. I think one of the more moving points in the show was the fact that Todd and Kandi pray at night together. I think that, you know, a man and wife coming together, a man and woman coming together and praying together, that's how their marriage is going to end up being rock solid and stay together, so long as, you know, you keep your focus on God and just pray for your family, because Lord knows we need to pray for Kandi. Next week, I guess we'll find out, or this coming Sunday, what's going to happen with Mama Joyce and Todd. And oh, Jesus, I'm telling y'all, these people exhaust me, and I can't believe I sit here and watch this craziness, but I love it. I love it. Plus, it gives us something to talk about. I'm rambling now. Y'all, I just want to, you know, send out a special prayer request. One of my favorite YouTube bloggers, he don't even know who I am, but I just absolutely I live to go and log on to see his videos, and that's Justin J. Let's just keep him in prayer. Some things have happened with his living situation and what he's trying to do to better himself and his career, and he feels like it's not working out, but let's just lift him up in prayer. I also have another special friend. I'm not going to say any names, put him out there, but let's lift him up in prayer. You know, because life is happening and people are making these decisions. Some are being irresponsible with their lives and their talents, while others are doing what they think they're moving in the right direction, and then it doesn't happen. So let's just pray for everyone to be guided in what it is that they're doing and the decisions that they make. I am Miss Sophia the Diva. I do apologize for taking so long, but y'all just don't know. I'm in the process also of cleaning up and cleaning out my life and getting some other things done, because Memorial Day weekend essentially was dedicated to cleaning out my closet and putting stuff up for sale on eBay, but I gave my friends and family first dibs. So probably in the next video, maybe we'll talk, because I need to do a Diva Disturbed video, because we do need to address Miss Kim Kardashian, her need to justify that she has done more in her 30-some plus years, and how Chris Brown needs to calm the hell down. I'm glad they smashed it. We need to talk about these trifling mamas leaving their kids at home. I mean, there's a host of things. So hopefully tomorrow night I can get that done. If there's anything else, leave it in the comment section. Let me know what's disturbing you, and maybe we can talk about it in the next video. But for this, we will conclude on Kandi's ski trip. Stay tuned. We'll talk about it in a week or so. Good night. Stay fabulous. And this is Miss Sophia the Diva signing out.